"Hey, come over here, let's sleep together." It had been 5 years since she had said something like that to me. I slowly laid down beside her. When I peered into her face, she gave me a broad smile. Wrapped in the warmth I hadn't felt in so long, I felt truly happy for a moment. I found myself thinking, I really want to be with her forever. That thought crossed my mind. But then again, the reason we ended up apart was my own fault. I think I should start by talking about that. It all began when I was 30. I was just an average office worker. I went to work diligently and did my job, but I was far from being on the fast track to promotion. But even someone unremarkable like me had a chance encounter. It was with Jessica. I met Jessica at work. She was a high flyer at a client company, and we started going out for meals, which led to us dating. Unlike me, Jessica was attentive, competent, and ambitious, clearly on the path to success. She was beautiful when she was immersed in her work. Even after we got married and had a child, Jessica continued to work. In fact, after giving birth, she got promoted to a manager position and became even more active in her job. But that didn't mean she neglected our home. She managed both household chores and parenting well. However, watching Jessica handle everything so perfectly became painful for me. Seeing her excel in both work and home, earning more than me, made me feel miserable. I knew it. I was just envious of Jessica. But I couldn't suppress the dark feelings inside me and turned to alcohol for escape. Perhaps it would have been better if I could honestly express my feelings and weaknesses to Jessica, but my youthful pride prevented me from doing so. Jessica, for her part, seemed perplexed and didn't know how to deal with me drinking heavily. The conversations between Jessica and me dwindled, and we drifted apart. When Jessica and I were 35 and our daughter Lily was 5, we divorced. Lily went with her mother. It was only natural. A man who took refuge in alcohol like me couldn't possibly take care of a child. After my wife and child left, the house felt bigger and quieter. With the divorce, Jessica accepted an overseas assignment she had previously refused and left for abroad immediately. Lily went with her, of course. It was only when I was left alone and became lonely that I first regretted neglecting my family for alcohol. As a minimal form of penance, I quit drinking. After that, with nothing but work left, I threw myself into it, but I didn't achieve much. I remained an unremarkable employee. Jessica promised to let me see Lily when she returned from abroad. All I could do was look forward to the day we would meet again. I wonder, will Jessica agree to see me? A man who fled to alcohol. She might not even want to see my face. Although I knew I should give up on Jessica since I was the one who ruined our family, I couldn't forget my feelings for her even after the divorce. 5 years after the divorce. Suddenly, I received a call from my daughter Lily. I had been sending child support payments, but we hadn't spoken or seen each other. It was the first time I'd heard her voice in 5 years. Lily, now 10, sounded older than the voice I remembered, which was only natural. On top of that, I was surprised when she said, "There's someone I want you to meet." We agreed to meet again, but it seems that Jessica won't be coming. I was surprised that the two of them had returned from abroad, and that Lily suddenly said there was someone she wanted me to meet. I was taken aback by all of it. However, the surprises didn't end there. When I went to the family restaurant where I was supposed to meet Lily, there was an unfamiliar man in his 30s sitting next to the grown-up Lily. That's when I realized. The person she wanted me to meet must be that man. Probably her new father figure. Which means Jessica's new partner. He seemed like a kind man with a good tan. Embarrassingly, I still have feelings for Jessica. There's no way I can talk to Jessica's new partner. Not knowing what to do, I just stood frozen at the entrance of the restaurant. However, Lily and the man noticed me. "Dad, over here." Lily waved her hand. She must have thought I was looking for them. The man sitting next to Lily nodded slightly at me. I was motionless. At that moment, I turned on my heel and ran away. I could hear Lily calling out, "Dad," in a panic behind me, but I didn't stop and just ran out of the restaurant. I know it's pathetic, but I just couldn't bring myself to meet Jessica's current partner. However, Jessica's new partner was incredibly fast. I was caught in no time. When Lily caught up, we moved to a nearby park, where Lily heaved a big sigh. "Sigh, Dad, you've got it all wrong. This man isn't my dad. He's someone Mom works with, and he's married with 5 kids, by the way." 5 kids. I was more shocked by the fact that he had 5 children than by the fact that he wasn't Jessica's partner. Their home must be really lively. "Nice to meet you. I'm Tom. We're farmers. Jessica has been a great help with our farm, lending us land and farm equipment. Sometimes I teach her about farming too." Today, when I said I wanted to meet my dad, he brought me all the way here. I was almost overwhelmed by the flood of information. How did Jessica get to know someone from a farming community? Then Lily revealed a surprising fact. Mom's helping out at the farm now. She quit her previous job. Tom added more details. Jessica had broken down from overwork during her overseas assignment and had returned to America 3 years ago. Tom was an acquaintance of Jessica's parents. He had helped Jessica look for a house in the countryside when she expressed a desire to leave the corporate and city life behind. He also helped by lending out land and farm equipment, and even helped her find work on his farm to earn an income. For Jessica and Lily, he was a benefactor. I had no idea about any of this. I would have helped if she had told me. Or maybe she didn't want to rely on me even when she was in trouble. As I was thinking this, Lily said firmly, "The person I wanted you to meet is my mom." Mom was talking on the phone with Grandma, and I overheard. Mom said she wants to apologize to Dad. Apologize to me? For what? I don't know, but she said she wants to apologize but doesn't know how to bring it up now. Mom's been down lately, and I think she's worried about things with you. Will you meet her? The divorce was my fault. There's no reason for Jessica to apologize to me. But this is actually perfect. I get to see Jessica again. I told Lily that I would visit Jessica and Lily's house soon. We set a date to meet and then parted ways. But my heart was racing. Ever since the divorce, my days have been filled with regret. Back then, drowned in alcohol, I hadn't even managed to apologize for causing the divorce. I resolved to properly apologize to her when we met. That's what I decided in my heart. The day I was to visit Jessica and Lily's house arrived quickly. In just under an hour, taking the express train and then a local train, the scenery outside transitioned from urban to serene countryside. I still couldn't believe that Jessica, once a dynamic career woman, was now assisting with farming in the countryside. When I reached the address I had been given, I saw a traditional house surrounded by fields. Lily had told me that Jessica would be away until the evening, so Lily was the only one to greet me. Now all that left was to wait for Jessica's return. Welcome to our home. There were, of course, no coffee shops or cafes to kill time. I waited with Lily, gazing at the vast fields, mountains, and prairies until Jessica arrived. Suddenly, Lily lay down on a patch of grass. "Hey, come over here, let's lie down together." It had been 5 years since Lily had said something like that to me. I slowly lay down next to her. She looked up at me and smiled broadly. Wrapped in the warmth of the sun, which I hadn't felt in so long, I was enveloped in a moment of happiness. I had never thought I'd spend a day like this with Lily again. Is today the only day like this? I couldn't help but wish for more days like this with Lily. That thought crossed my mind inevitably. As Lily and I relaxed, time seemed to fly by, and soon I heard a voice call, "Harry." I sat up and turned towards the voice, and there was Jessica, whom I hadn't seen in 5 years. She was in work clothes I had never seen her in before, with a makeup-free face and suntanned skin. Though she used to dress more elaborately in the past, she looked healthier and more beautiful now. When Jessica arrived, Lily went inside. It seems she wanted to give us some time alone. "Why are you here?" Lily wanted to meet, so she came over. I left out the part about Jessica wanting to apologize and instead told her about Lily coming with Tom. "Is that so? She wanted to see her father after all, but were you surprised that we live in the countryside?" I was, honestly. I never imagined you living in the countryside or being involved in farming. At my words, Jessica showed her first smile of the day. "Me neither, but I got tired of the daily grind at the office. I just wanted to see some greenery." "I see, but it's amazing that you've taken up farming as a job." "Not really. I had zero knowledge at first, and it's only recently that I've been able to manage my own field. I still cover living expenses by helping Tom and other farmers." She must have found life overseas more challenging than I imagined if she's willing to go to such lengths to avoid returning to corporate life. "I'm sorry for dumping all the parenting on you when work got tough. Are the child support payments enough? Should I increase them?" "I don't mind. You know." "No, that's okay. Actually, I hadn't touched the child support. I was thinking of adding it to her future education fund." "Are you still with the same company?" Jessica might have remembered how I struggled at work, became envious of her, and turned to alcohol. "Yes, I am. I tried to throw myself into work after the divorce, but I'm still just a regular employee." "Going to work every day and doing your job, that's amazing in itself. I wanted to apologize to you. Back then, I couldn't understand why you turned to alcohol. Sometimes, I even thought you should try harder. But after breaking down from work myself, I understood the desire to escape. Work feels like a part of life, and when it's tough, it's unbearable. I'm sorry I wasn't there for you, that I didn't listen or support you." I shook my head at Jessica's words. "It's not about the work being tough. It's that comparing myself to someone as capable as you made me feel miserable. It's pathetic, I know. I fell for you because you were so cool and hardworking. I wish I could have been honest with you about how I felt, but my petty pride got in the way." Jessica listened intently to what I had to say. "So you felt that way. I wish I had listened to you back when we were married. Maybe I was too caught up in myself and too quick to dismiss you as weak. No, it was my fault for neglecting our family and turning to alcohol. It wasn't your fault at all. I've always wanted to apologize. I'm truly sorry for back then." After sharing our feelings, we, along with Lily, had dinner together using vegetables from Jessica's garden. Life in the countryside has its perks, but also many challenges. However, Jessica seemed to enjoy even the hardships, sharing her struggles with a smile during our meal. She didn't regret leaving her job in the slightest. I clung to my job so much, but once I let go, it turned out not to be such a big deal after all. I couldn't help but say, "That sounds nice." Picking up on my comment, Lily suggested, "Dad, why don't you come live here too?" Jessica and I exchanged embarrassed glances and could only laugh. After reuniting with Lily and Jessica, I began visiting their home on weekends. However, one day, I received a call from Tom, the farmer Jessica was helping, informing me that Jessica had been injured. I left work early and rushed to Jessica. Apparently, a burglar had entered the house. Fortunately, the injury was just a fracture from being pushed. It was a relief that it wasn't more serious. Neighbors had quickly come to help, and the burglar was caught. Jessica felt bad when she realized I had left work early for her. "Sorry, it's not a big deal." No way. Being attacked by a burglar and fracturing a bone. That's serious enough. I used my paid leave to stay at Jessica's house for a while. It was to help with chores and take care of Lily. While it wasn't good that Jessica got injured, the days spent together from morning till night were enjoyable. I even tried my hand at farming in Jessica's place, but it was much harder work than I expected. I was laughed at by Jessica and Lily for being sore all over, but seeing their smiles made it feel like a lucky break. When it was time for me to leave, Lily was in tears. "Dad, please don't go." To Lily's tearful plea, I replied, "We'll be together starting next month." "What? Why? Are you coming to stay again?" I smiled at her question. "Actually, I've been thinking of living with Mom and you again. Is that okay?" Despite having been in tears just moments before, Lily's eyes sparkled as she exclaimed, "Really?" and was overjoyed. In fact, I had started dating Jessica again a little while ago. We had also made plans to live together again, and I had informed my company that I would be resigning in 2 months. But after the burglary incident, concerned about the safety of 2 women living alone, I asked to move my resignation forward. I'll only return to the company for handover purposes, planning to start my new life with Jessica and Lily next month. I've also been visiting agricultural cooperatives and other farmers on weekends to arrange for income opportunities in the area. Though we had planned to surprise Lily, her tears changed our plans. Though it wasn't a surprise anymore, Lily's joy made everything worthwhile. Half a year later, Jessica and I remarried, and the 3 of us are living together as a family. We don't have the same income as during my corporate days, and there's no convenience store nearby. It might seem inconvenient, but we're happy to enjoy the simplicity and have the mental space to appreciate it. The most valuable thing is having meals together as a family and sharing our daily experiences. Jessica and I often talk about our relationship as a couple, knowing each other's weaknesses well by now, and have decided to openly discuss anything and find solutions together. In terms of farming, Jessica is the senior. I'm learning from her, hoping to gain as much knowledge as she has. The days of feeling inferior and being bound by petty pride seem like a distant memory now. Since the bonds of our family, which I thought were irreparably broken, have been reconnected, I am determined to cherish my family more than ever this time.